Good evening. Once again, all my comic collecting friends out there in YouTube land. Not too long ago, I started doing videos of the hardcovers that I own, and I didn't get to finish that before the Baltimore Comic Con. So now that I've showed all the stuff I got at the show, I'm going to try and finish up showing my hardcovers. And these are just some more DC hardcovers that I own. And we'll start out here with Batman Illustrated by Neil Adams, Volume 1. Sorry about the glare there. These hardcovers are really good for any fan of Neil Adams or Batman because they take Neil Adams' classic work and they had him remaster the art and the color, and it looks gorgeous. It's definitely worth checking out even if you already own the issues. And this is volume 2 of Batman Illustrated by Neil Adams, and the same thing, it's remastered and it looks awesome. They're about $49.99 cover price, I believe, but you can get them cheaper on Amazon, the current printings. This is one of my favorite Batman graphic novels or one-shots, and this is the Arkham Asylum hardcover by Grant Morrison and Dave McKean. And that is an awesome read. The art is really abstractly painted by Dave McKean, and it kind of gives you a psychotic look at the inmates in Batman's world, and the asylum is a really awesome read. Really good. These here, they're two soft covers, but this is Batman Masterpieces, Portraits of the Dark Knight and His World. And this just has all the artwork from the Batman Masterpieces card set that came out in the 90s, so it's pretty neat just to look at the art in there. This is called Batman the Complete History, and it's by Les Daniels, who I've cited in other videos. He writes good historical books, so this is just on the history of Batman. Excellent read. Whoops, by an excellent writer. And I guess since it's fall, it's time to get that out of the way. Moving along here, I just showed the Arkham Asylum hardcover. This is a newer one by Sam Keith and Michelle Madsen, and it's Arkham Asylum Madness. It's a decent read, not nearly as good as Arkham Asylum or the next book I'm going to show here. This is the Joker original graphic novel by Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo. It came out right after. They were actually working on it before the movie, but it didn't end up coming out till after the Dark Knight movie with Heath Ledger as the Joker. But this is an amazing read, and I highly recommend it. The art is just incredible by Lee Bermejo. This is one of my favorite hardcovers that I own. Sorry about the lighting. It's actually, the cover is not really yellow. There's something going on with the light here. I don't know. But this is a first printing of the greatest Joker stories ever told hardcover from the late 1980s. And I really love that cover there. It's a painted cover by Kyle Baker. And that's a really, really awesome hardcover. You can get the current printings, and they do it in a soft cover as well. I have the Batman, greatest Batman stories ever told in a soft cover rather. I remember at the time in the late 80s, I was young and I didn't have enough to get them both in hardcover, and I chose to get the Joker one. But who knows, maybe someday I'll go back and get first printings of the greatest Batman stories and greatest Superman stories ever told in hardcover. So, moving along, more Batman. This is Batman Bloodstorm by Doug Monk, and Kelly Jones. And this is one of the three-part Elseworld graphic novels. The first was, there was Batman vs. Dracula, Bloodstorm, and Crimson Mist. And they're really good reads, actually. Really good reads. That's the only one I have in hardcover. The other two I have in softcover, unfortunately. But still great reading, and that's why I bought them. This came out recently. It's the Batman Earth 1 hardcover by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. And I really like this, actually, because I like Gary Frank's art a lot. That's a cool cover. This I really enjoyed. It's all black and white. It's a very big hardcover. It's a big read. This is Batman Child of Dreams by Kia Asamiya and Max Allan Collins. And Kia Asamiya Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say Max Allan Collins is the guy who wrote Road to Perdition, but I might be wrong on that. I'll have to double check after I'm done filming this, but it definitely rings a bell. I think that might be who it was, but don't hold me to that. But what I do know is Kiya Asamiya. You know I like Japanese anime and manga, and he's a legend over there. He worked on Project A-ko, creator of Silent Mobius. He worked on Kamen Rider, and he did a really cool run over here on Uncanny X-Men. And he did this entire Batman graphic novel in black and white. I really like that one. That was a good one. Speaking of good reads, this is one of the greatest JLA stories I've ever read. Straight to hardcover, JLA Earth 2 by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. And this is, they just brought back the Injustice Society. And if you want to read what is, in my opinion, the best story with the Injustice Society, pick up JLA Earth 2. Great read. Another great read is this JLA versus JSA Virtue and Vice hardcover by David Goyer, Jeff Johns, and amazing art by Carlos Pacheco, who just took over on Captain America. His art in this book is stunning. They actually fight. The teams actually fight. The writing's good. Really good story. I recommend picking that up. And I think the cover price on this one's only $20 for hardcover, which is pretty good. So, the last one I'm going to show here, as far as these DC hardcovers go, is the New Teen Titans Games original hardcover graphic novel. And this is by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. And the story behind this was a story that it might have even gone back as far as the 80s, but Wolfman and Perez had this idea to go back and do another Titans story together, and they just never got around to it. And a couple years ago, they finally finished it up and put this out, and it fits into the late 80s continuity of the Teen Titans team they created, and it is a great read with gorgeous Perez art. I highly recommend most of these books, but for Batman fans, you know, the two Neil Adams, the Joker stories, the Batman stories, or greatest Joker stories, greatest Batman stories, Arkham Asylum, definitely. Child of Dreams is good if you like Japanese stuff. JLA Earth 2, I highly recommend. JSA, JLA Virtue and Vice, highly recommend. And if you're a fan of Perez or the Teen Titans, check out this game's graphic novel. But thank you all once again for taking the time to check out my books. I always enjoy showing them to you. And everyone out there, take care of yourselves and your families, and happy comic reading.